My main focus to get that wraparound of the mantle as glued up as much as possible today. It's been on my mind, it's big, it's bulky, and I just need to get it done. This week has been hell week. There's been nothing but meetings. I need to get some cabinets built, but the problem is that I have meetings for additional work for the future. So it's like this catch-22, you know, I need to build cabinets, but I also need to meet clients for additional work. So today's Friday, and I got one meeting this morning, and then I am going to just slam working cabinets all weekend. The downside with that is that I don't spend as much time with my family as I'd like to, but you got to do what you got to do. When there's a lot of work, you got to work, and when there's not a lot of work, that's when you really need to appreciate your family. What I'm doing is I'm debating, because I have to glue this piece here onto here, and then I need 16 inches here and here as well. The downside is, do I glue this all as one unit, or do I do it in two pieces? I've decided that I'm going to do it two pieces, because that way I can lamello these and I can glue this in, and it'll be structurally more sound. Part of the job of building these custom items is trying to figure out the steps to get from point A to point Z. Sometimes you make the right choices, and sometimes you have to work with the choices that you've made. This mantle is one of those choices that I'm deciding to do it in a I have two choices, and I'm doing it a way that I don't know is going to solve it the best way until it's done. Once I've done this and I've solved the problems and know what's right or wrong, the next time I do this, it won't be a big deal. But whenever doing something for the first time, you have to really think and try to figure out the best steps to get to the best product in the end. So I've lamelloed this, which just means put a biscuit in. Close that up. Make sure that I got flexibility. I do. I can clamp that. It's good to go. So I just checked that with all of them. These are mitered, as you can see here. They're mitered 45 degrees, and they're going to go together like that to create a 90. So what you do here is you put it down face up. So this is my finished side right here. You get the edge perfectly straight, the edge that you want right there. And you just use tape. I prefer blue tape because it doesn't pull the wood grain off of the veneer. So you get this nice and flat, just like that. Put your first piece of tape on. You want to make sure that point is nice and tight, this edge here. I usually do the top and bottom first. Now what I do is, you can see there might be a little bit of a gap, but the edge is really nice and tight. So I literally pull this apart when I set it. So I pull it tight and then tighten it and let it go. And I just repeat that. Now what all I do is I bring it like this, tighten it, and as you look down that thing is perfectly mitered corner. Here's my square I use. So I have my square that perfectly sets that, and that's all I use, and tape. I want a good amount of glue in here, so if it oozes out, that's fine. And I always try to get right in the crack. So that way, if there's any voids, the glue will fill it in and ooze out. I got those two done. Now I'm going to do the two long ones on the big panel. And I'm going to do that in place. So we'll see how this goes. This is probably not going to be nearly as easy. Here's this side. I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the other ones, except for this is 48 inches wide. Not only that, but I can't flip this, or I'm not going to flip this all the way over, so I'm going to overhang it over the table and let this piece drop down like this when I glue it. And then I'll fix the 90 degrees and all that at that time. Glue it, I'm just going to flip this all the way over. So I got this side done. It's glued, 90 degrees here. Now all I need to do is the other side and then let it dry. These little spots here I like to just wipe the glue off. I'm now putting this on. I got lamellos, I got the glued, and I got the clamps. So this is just a matter of getting it on and kind of finessing it into place. It's flush enough where some simple sanding will get that all done. So if you go back, that's one leg. Now I'm going to put the other one on over here and let it dry overnight. Whenever gluing up something real custom like this, it's always good to try to think things out and prepare as much as you possibly can for any mishaps or something, so you can solve the problem right on the fly. So here's my seam right here. As you can see, it's almost impossible to see. Step back. Here's the bottom. Those will sit down, wrap around the rock. This will be the top, and then there'll be a big mantle on top of there. 15 minutes to 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. I want the weekend to start right now. The downside is the weekend is me working. So I want to stop working right now because I want to relax because it's a Friday night. But I gotta work tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. So I'm trying to come up with an exciting way to think that this is gonna be a fantastic weekend because it's all about the attitude. I'm happy to work, I'm happy to make money, I'm happy to support my family. I'm just tired and want to sit back, lay on the couch, and watch TV. So I think that might be it for the day.